All right. Hello, everyone, and well, anyone who is watching this game can thank the 27 viewers on Twitch. I pretty much only cast 2 games a day. If I do get up to 25 viewers, I will try and cast 3 games, just to make it a little bit more worthwhile for all the people who are tuning in live. I know a lot of WarCraft 3 fans and a lot of my fans out there actually watch from Europe, and it is very, very late. So thank you for tuning in. I do enjoy having like all of the feedback, the comments, as I'm casting a live game. It keeps me on my toes a little bit more. Is this a community map? Never seen it before. Northern Isle is, I believe, is a community NetEase map. So it is a ladder map for the NetEase servers. I do not believe it is a ladder map for, excuse me, I do not believe it is a ladder map for the BattleNet servers. I know NetEase, a lot of people didn't even know who NetEase was until the Diablo Immortal announcement, and then NetEase was like, no. And I still gotta say this, like, after traveling to Asia and seeing how big mobile gaming is in everywhere in all of Asia. I mean, mobile gaming in America seems to be like a bad word, right? Like, oh, you're gonna get this watered down, non-hardcore, not really interesting type of gameplay. It's gonna be bad, right? And I'm really interested to see what exactly Diablo Immortal is gonna be. I probably won't be able to play it, but at the same time, I think it could be interesting. Anyways, let's go ahead and break this down. This is gonna be a 5-4-4 creep camp. 5-4-4 creep camp, which will give the Keeper of the Grove level 2 as soon as it makes its way out. There it is, now finally out on the field. It's available on now as well. Link deleted was okay. Sorry. Ogre Magi will get finished off here as the Keeper of the Grove. Well, makes his merry way towards that last Tuskar Trapper. Medium armor taking bonus damage from those Ents as the Keeper of the Grove does get to level 2. Scroll of the Beast, a nice item, but perhaps not the one he was really looking for. Death Knight now going after this Ice Troll and Ogre Warrior Creep Camp 3-3-3. Skeletal minions now out. Death Knight and Ghoul, or Death Knight can back away as the Ghouls and Skeletal minions will finish off this last Ice Troll. Now, Undead versus Night Elf. Death Coil quickly finishing off a Wisp right there. I think he got a one shot off and it just got the Death Coil to steal a little bit of that experience. Keeper of the Grove now going to make its way off to the north here. And the Keeper of the Grove is rather problematic as, well, your ghouls are the people that are harvesting your lumber. And if you are not careful, one entangled ghoul followed by a couple of attacks from the Keeper of the Grove, and that ghoul, well, is easily taken out. That is a major problem, and that forces the Death Knight to just kind of be frozen inside his base. Frozen inside his base for a little while longer. Meanwhile, the Keeper of the Grove can use forces of nature and try and clear out creep camps all over the map with the help of archers. That's actually one of the benefits of the Keeper of the Grove, as it feels like he can pretty much be everywhere at once. Keeper of the Grove does not go after an entangle here. That is a rather large ghoul army, as we're going to be looking at some easy shots onto this ghoul here. Ghoul going to get taken down to 140 hit points. Death Knight will be coming across with the Death Coil. There it goes with the save, as the ghoul is now down to 229. Archers, what is going to be happening next? Wisp trying to get into the right spot. Archers are I believe they were trying to shadow meld around the Tree of Life to try and prevent easy damage. Staff of Teleportation coming back the other way. Keeper of the Grove going to go in and get an entangle off onto a low hit point ghoul, or the low hit point ghoul, as the Keeper of the Grove may try and finish off another. Death Knight, however, is nearby, and with that, the Death Knight does bring in, well, plenty of healing to keep those ghouls alive and well. Down goes another skeletal minion there as the Keeper of the Grove halfway on his way to level 3. Death Knight going after Murlocs. Ghouls looking to clear out the remainder of this creep camp as the Death Knight wants level 2 Unholy Aura. Is it going to be able to clear out the creep camp in time? He is going to suffer a little bit more damage. Ents now coming in from the back the other way. That one ghoul down to 137 hit points. It could end up getting taken down, especially with the Murlocs trying to spread apart all of that damage here. Let's take a look. Death Knight trying to finish off a handful more units. There goes one ghoul with the ensnare as the archers are just poking apart more units again. This Keeper of the Grove, are we going to see a death coil? Yes, we are. No entangled. Lost sight of it. And if you did not notice that, you saw the Keeper of the Grove with his casting animation to entangle that ghoul. There was nothing to look around the trees, and because of that, ended up stopping. Naga Sea Witch being quickly hired up, and this is perhaps going to be a problem. Dust of Appearance looking to finish off some units, and it looks like, well, one easy death on an archer, as the remaining archers will be teleported back home. And by back home, I do mean back over to this Tree of Life. Keeper of the Grove still wants to get to level 3. Should be able to clear this out with no real problem at all, as the Null Warden quickly gets purged and finished off there. Keeper of the Grove gets to level 3. Death Knight coming in from behind is going to be able to finish off any of these units. Naga Sea Witch is there as well. Tree of Life will have to regenerate those hit points as they're going to get taken out. Are you usually in another room? There seems to be a black wardrobe behind me. No, that's not a wardrobe. It is actually a display cabinet that is holding... what is that? It's holding a signed StarCraft 2 battle cruiser made by Metal Blocks, or Mega Blocks, and also a signed StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm Collector's Edition. That's what's back there. Alchemist here, ready to go, looking to finish off the remainder of the Mud Golems and these Ogre Warriors. Meanwhile, back off to the north, Death Knight looking to clear out, the battle cruiser. Death Knight looking to clear out this creep camp. Boulder to the head on the Naga Sea Witch, as we should be looking to tier 3 and picking up a Lich and also that Orb of Corruption. Keeper of the Grove still wandering around here. It is the Alchemist as that second hero, as we're looking at where all of the units will be heading up to next. All right, Ogre Warrior about to get taken out, and Crypt Fiends looking to finish this off. Naga is not that strange, especially in that particular fight. If you could hire from the tavern and start to put down pressure, it was able to finish off at least one archer and forced a Scroll of Town Portal, as the units did not want to try and flee from the cold arrows, essentially eating up an additional 350 gold. That Naga Sea Witch hiring at the tavern generally just paid for itself. The question is, will it scale well as the game progresses? Tree of Life entangling the gold mine. Moon Mode's now being constructed down over here as the Death Knight looks to finish off the Null Warding creep camp. Obsidian Statue joining in on the fight as well. Extra mana and extra hit points for all of the units, as the Naga Sea Witch does get to level 3. Or excuse me, level 2. Naga Sea Witch will most likely be going for Forked Lightning now, as we are also looking at the Goblin Alchemist, who will be getting to level 3. We are also looking at Hippogriff Riders for the air, and if there is not web, all of a sudden those Hippogriff Riders will be able to easily soar above and poke down those ghouls. And that damage is just going to add up very, very quickly. All right, Keeper of the Grove here, ready to go. Are we going to see an Entangle? Yes, onto a Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend taking some damage. Acid Bomb as Chemical Raging Alchemist is here, ready to go. Entangle, more than enough to finish off that unit, as we are looking at the Naga Sea Witch having a bit of problems as well. Naga Sea Witch down to 208 hit points. Scroll of Town Portal transfer. Death Coil going after those two archers there. Skeletal Minions, will they be able to catch up? Both archers just trying to run away, and one skeletal minion could perhaps try and attack another. What was that? That archer just runs straight in front and picks up one, and the other gets denied. All right. Oh, that's got to be a horrible story. Like, hey, archer, get on my back. Which one? Doesn't matter, because I'm gonna kill the other one. Wow. All right, Skeletal Minions back across over here. They will be crumbling into nothing. Alchemist at level 3. Keeper of the Grove at level 3. As we now see an Entangle once more being used. All right, all of those Hippogriff Riders able to poke down other units. There you go. There goes another ghoul. There's no, well, web can finally be used here in just a moment, but the Hippogriff Riders are just too much in the air. Fork Lightning, Alchemist could have been in trouble. I believe he used a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability in time. Entangle onto the Death Knight to try and stop, I believe, Potion of Healing, followed by an Acid Bomb onto a ghoul. Death Knight not wasting any time. 120 now clearing out some more difficult creep camps. Lich on the field with an Orb of Corruption with that -4 armor. Mass Hippogriff Rider army, 600 range. No upgrades though. That does come as a surprise, as we are now looking at, well, what is the population count? It is 43 compared to 62. Undead sitting at 43. Meanwhile, a Night Elf sitting at 64 now, as it is a main just mass Hippogriff Rider army. What is going to be happening here? The Obsidian statues do not want to go in Destroyer form. They will get picked alive if they go into that particular form here, as the Ghoul is now looking to back up. Lich in that front position. Is it going to be a Creepjack? Yes, I do believe so. Hippogriff Riders are all here. Web going down onto a Hippogriff first instead of waiting for the Riders, as we're going to be seeing some of those units getting taken out. Death Coil saves a Crypt Fiend, as the Hippogriffs are now trying to poke down the Destroyer. More Hippogriffs are getting finished off here, as the Hippogriff Riders are able to focus down so many units. That negative armor from the Acid Bomb coupled with the Focus Fire really starting to take a toll. As you can take a look, Crypt Fiends are now falling as well. Low hit point Ghouls trying to get away, and down to 95 hit points. It looks like another one may get taken down. Obsidian statues doing their best to heal, but you can take a look. The Hippogriff Riders are always in the front position, and I believe the web is just auto-targeting them instead of going after the Hippogriff Riders here. Once again, another Hippogriff Rider gets taken out, as the web is once again on cooldown. Death Knight comes in with the Death Coil, saves a low hit point Ghoul. 120 sitting at 38 supply. Thank you, Lootbot, for the follow, as Life sits at 62. Back down over here, Life still sitting on 2 bases, and this game just looks too strong, as Life is just continuing to grow his advantage. Lich is sitting at level 2 right now, but there just isn't enough damage to deal with the air. Fork Lightning, Breath of Fire, all of those would work out well, and Death Knight and, well, Lich's perhaps Frost Nova would work out well in addition, but it's just not enough. More Hippogriffs still getting trained up. Hippogriff Riders, 780 hit points in the air. Let's see where all of these units will be traveling to next. Alchemist does have evasion, essentially giving him, for statistical purposes, it is about 3 armor. If you were ever wondering what is better, Ring of Protection +3 or Talisman of Evasion, statistically speaking, those are about the same. As we're now taking a look at the Ice Troll Berserkers now getting finished off here, I feel like someone's going to challenge me on that, and I'm going to have to, like, show them my, like, Excel spreadsheets on how armor works. Anyways, let's take a look back across here. Obsidian statues, Destroyers, all those units now making their way down. Keeper of the Grove, Alchemist. You know what? If you're wondering, just search Crota WarCraft 3 armor. I have Excel spreadsheets explaining what I mean by effective hit points, if anyone ever truly wants to know. Keeper of the Grove sitting at level 4. That's well, big Fort Lightning across multiple units. Scroll of Healing, however, quickly counteracting that, as the Hippogriff Riders are in the back. Ents now joining in on the fight, chasing after all of those units. However, Destroyers easily eating some of those Ents and their magical entity. However, the Lich got left behind, and that is the game. Life easily taking this game over 120. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.